Good afternoon. It's Monday. It's the 2nd of August, new month. Woohoo! You know, one of the things that I do when I do the communion service at 6:30 in the morning on Monday mornings is I come out and I greet everybody. And I raise my hands, and it's now a little thing with the folks that we say, woohoo, Monday, another new week. It's a great time to be alive. We get to start over today. And today we get to start over not only with a new week, but really a new month. It started yesterday, but Monday's really a work day. So appreciate you watching. I wish you would subscribe to my channel, like the video, share it if you would. Share all the videos that I have posted there. And today I'm gonna touch on a couple of things that I've been off for a few days because my daughter had spent the month with us. She's from Kansas with my granddaughter and grandson, and I spent a couple days with them before they left to go back yesterday. It was a pleasure to have them here. They actually lived with us when her husband was deployed, and a little time before and after that. And so I'm very, very close to the kiddos, and it was really so awesome to have them back. They've been there about a year, and you know, it's kind of different when you have your grandkids actually living in your house and they're with you all the time, and you watch them grow up, and then they go. Like last June, they left, and then we didn't see them until 2 months later, and it's like they grew up, you know. But anyway, too much personal stuff. Listen, what I want to talk about today is I want to talk about the Constitution. I want to talk about choices, and as usual, you know that this is the progression of my old newsletter, which was on spirituality, ethics, and the news, that I would type and then send out to all the subscribers, a couple thousand. And now with technology, we can do it live, which is pretty awesome. So what's in the news these days? What are we making choices about? Well, I think we're making choices about where we stand vis-a-vis politics, you know, whether you agree with the current administration or not, whether you want the prior administration to return or not. And inherent in that is some constitutional principles. The right to bear arms, the right to free speech, the right to your free press, which is questionable these days. And then inherently, you know, the Constitution is drafted in such a way that it presents a hierarchy of rights of government. You know, the Constitution gives us freedoms and it limits government. And as a lawyer, you know, I can tell you that ever since I was trained, it was almost the other way around, you know. Instead of limiting government and protecting our rights, it was almost like it was limiting our rights. And I hate that, because fundamentally I understand foundationally what the Constitution is about, and I agree with the way the founders drafted it. And so with that as a springboard, I'm just going to make a couple of little comments. The Olympics are going on, and I saw a thing today that a lot of Americans were really happy that the American women's soccer team lost to Canada. And the reason for that is because we in America are very, very patriotic. And not only just patriotic to our country, but patriotic to our history. And what I have formulated as my opinion on certain things is this: was there a system in place that was unfair when the Constitution was drafted? Yes, we had slavery, an awful thing that was going on. But the way the Constitution was drafted provided a way to overcome that and change it and get rid of it. And so we, instead of tearing down statues of Washington and Jefferson and Madison, we should be refurbishing those statues, because they're the ones that provided the framework to give people freedom. And these athletes don't understand that. Now, it's not their fault, because as a country, we've allowed our education system to stop teaching civics. And when you don't teach civics, you don't understand your history. We've allowed our history to be changed and modified and corrupted. And we don't teach our kids how the revolution was against England, because England was trying to force themselves upon us and tax us without representation, and they were trying to continue to put their thumb on us as a people. And so the citizens of what we know now as the United States revolted. The revolution, and it was a war, and that war resulted in freedom for the people that lived on this continent, and those freedoms were incorporated in the Bill of Rights, the first 10 amendments to the Constitution, and the Constitution outlines the kind of government that we are supposed to have. And so with that having been said, we should have choices in America that we can make among ourselves. One is, do I want to own? Look, I'll tell you right now, I do not own a gun. I was in the military. I shot guns, fired guns, qualified, all that kind of stuff. I haven't owned a gun since I left the military. I don't own a gun. I'm starting to wonder if I'm going to need to get one, but I don't. But I think anybody that wants a gun should be able to make that choice. That's what the freedoms and liberties that the Constitution provides grant us, the right to bear arms. Now, why is that important? It was important originally because the militia, the people of this continent, formed a loosely organized militia, a military, to fight the British. We didn't have a formal army at that time, and there's always the fear that that might be necessary again. I don't particularly have that fear, but that's the basis of why it's there. So you should have that right. Another, you should have a right to your own person, your own body. You know, the big thing about the jab going on these days, people should have a choice. I mean, if you want it, fine. If you don't, we shouldn't be pointing fingers at anybody, because that's their personal choice, and it's their own body and their own health that's at risk. And so that's another thing. And then the right to speech. Look, these athletes, back to them. If they want to say stupid things, that's their rights. That doesn't make them correct. It just means they have a right to say stupid things and turn their back on the crowd and put their hand in the air, whatever they want to do. It's not going to change reality, but it may change our opinion of them, because it lets us know that they don't share the same convictions that we have about our country, that we are patriotic, that we are proud of our heritage, that we are going to stand up for our country, instead of putting our country down in public in the face of people. We're going to put our country up and uplift it in front of people. And so I give I'm just going to use this crazy word, woke. I don't even know what it means, but it's those athletes that are complaining about the system. They have a right to do that. And we have a right to not support them. We have a right to say, well, if you believe that, then I'm not going to cheer for you. That's our right. And it's the same way with the professional athletes. You know, a lot of the professional athletes are coming out and making political statements, and it's turning people against them. It's their right to say what they want. It's the people's right to support them or not. Everybody has their own freedom and liberty in this country. That's the beauty of America. That's the beauty of our system. And it's the system that gives people those rights. And for somebody to say our system is terrible, our system stinks, and it's the cause, the root of the problem. No, it's the reason that you have a right to be upset for whatever you're upset about. Personally, I think that our system gives everybody the opportunity equally to do whatever they want. Now, some of those opportunities have been quashed because of some politics and different things that have gone on, and at the root of it may have been inhibited some people's opportunity. But when I see these doctors stand up at these school board meetings and it's an African American or black doctor saying no white person held him back, he's got 3 medical degrees or whatever, that's awesome that somebody has taken advantage of the opportunity and making the most of it. And I encourage everyone to do that. You know, those of you that know me know I'm a big reader of success books. I've got them all over the place. I highly recommend that everybody read Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, because it tells you that you are in control of your own destiny by the way you think, and it can give you the opportunity to change the way you think. The only thing that I do with that book that changes it a little bit is he talks about cosmic ethernet and all that. I always just put the word God there. I know he's talking about the creator, and I just, because of my faith, I say God. You can do whatever you want. The principles are there. That book has been around for, I don't know, close to 100 years now, and it's transformed a lot of people's lives. I think that if people would start there and then go to the other success principles books and always stand firm on your Bible, that you can find success through the opportunities that are available to you. On my bandstand today, I hope you enjoyed it. If you agree with it, that's awesome. If you don't, let me know. Send me a message. Tell me I'm full of you know what, and I'll be glad to read your comments. Once again, crush that like button, little thumb, share the video, and subscribe to the channel so I can keep doing these videos. With that, I'll pray for you. You pray for me. God bless.